Just go double check audio to make sure it's all okay. Alright then, hello everybody, welcome to BRL Season 13, Round 3 here at Silverstone. I almost forgot the season number then, however, we are all okay. Unfortunately, we've only got 15 drivers today. We were expecting 18, but a few last minute checkouts have just made it that little bit less today. Right, very first thing I'm going to do though anyway is check the drivers and team standings and give you a refresh on how that's going in a minute. We currently have Rose in the lead for Mercedes, 52 points. He's had pole twice and he's won twice in the 2 races we've had. It's been brilliant so far for him. Obviously about the fastest lap, that has gone to Rhea Harris at Bald in the first 2 rounds, but Rhea Harris is the man closest to him in a minute, chasing him down, but he's already 15 points behind. So Rhea Harris and Sauber needs to do a little bit more in this race. He wants to sort of make sure Rosie doesn't keep starting to run away with this title. Wolfie in P3 not doing too bad. Same with Blackbone actually in P4. Normally he wasn't the most consistent Blackbone, but he's been getting better ever since the start of this game. But really quickly though, actually quickly put our attention to one of the Aston Martins, who will be the first start lap. So here we go. Let's go for it. Has a little bit of a wide line there down to the Hamilton straight, but we're starting it here through turns 1 and 2 here, completely flat out. Will he choose 7th gear? He won't. He'd go in 8th, but 8th is completely fine. That looks a bit bad there, though. Anyway, though, down to turn 3. Looks pretty nice there. Some contact in previous years. Very, very common, especially on lap 1. However, now, we are going to go now towards the Wellington Straight, I believe. I don't know every single thing on here, but it's first sector. And we're going to go into Brooklands or Luffield and Brooklands. I'm one of the two. I know roughly what the corner names are. I just don't know where they all are. But anyway, yeah, we know now where this is. Down Hanger Straight towards Cops. No, down the old actual pitch straight, really. Hanger Straight is the straight before Stowe. Cops should be flat out on this car. Looks like he's on that one pretty well there. I need to go now through Maggots right here. Flat out as well. Beckett's really a little lift. No, he continues to go full out. And Chapel there looked pretty bad there, though, on the curve there. However, he's got away with invalidation, so fair play to him. Now we're down the actual Hanger Straight, and we're going to go now towards Stowe. Looks pretty nice there. 5th up to 6th, I believe that was. Looked okay, but definitely probably a bit more time in that too. We're going now towards the Vale Chicane, and we're going to end the lap. Looked pretty nice, tidy there from Hazard. He's going to come across the line in a minute. What is the time going to be? A 1:27.9. I'm not too sure why none of the headers are coming up, so this is a bit worrying. Let's pause it. Nope. Oh, God. Okay, well, I'm going to do this about headers. Anyway, Bald, fastest, only just beaten now by Rhea Harris. It was 26-1 for the pair of them. Exotic, I believe, actually was on that, but then I think it's invalidated it. Wolfie needs to, I believe, get out of the way, and G. Benny, no, he does not, actually. Never mind. Anyway, who is going to come forward for the next lap? I think that's a Red Bull or Blackburn, though. He's going to start his out lap. Who else is going in there? Jerry Saff. He's another one that's going to go. Yeah, not too sure what to think it. Oh, Budget Bruce. I believe he needs to get another one. Let me just double check here. Sorry, as we saw, Jerry Saff going into a bit there. Budget Bruce says he's another thing. I think he's okay. Sorry if that's actually distracted him. Ooh. Might have actually distracted him there. Very sorry, Budget Bruce, but I just saw the Discord message saying might need another one. So if that has distracted you, I'm very sorry. Anyway, Baloo in the pit lane there. Rhea Harris, Bald, and Hazard, all of them trying to get out of the way of each other. As other people are trying to set laps. Anyway, Pavlos will be the next one to come across the line to set a lap. What is the time going to be? A respectable time there. 26.3, not too bad from him. Aiden now going to go off board here throughout the rest of this lap. Let's see what it's going to be across these final few corners. If the connection isn't too great, I'm very sorry. I'm not sure what's going on, but compared to last week's connection has been a bit shocking, and I don't know why, to be honest with you. But anyway, Aiden is in P4. Everyone said it should be okay, but I'm not too convinced, especially as the host of this lobby, and also doing a live stream, but we'll try it anyway. Exotic, I think, has gone for 2 warm-up laps there, so he's going to go now for his actual lap. We're going to see Wolfie now come across the line. Where is he going to go? In the Haas, he's going to go just behind Pablos there, so I think he might be all right with that. As we saw, who was that? G. Benny, actually a nice time there to go P5, so not bad maybe to head a few people already. Blackbone now, but the next one's come across the line. He goes 5th now, replaces G. Benny, and he's going to P6. Who else going in? Exotic Swords, obviously. We saw him going a little bit earlier, 1.5 seconds up, but that's not incredibly representative in a minute, obviously. We've not really seen him do a proper lap. But anyway, Budget Bruce with the next person come across the line. Looks like a bit of a slide there. We saw him a slide at the start of his lap as well. And that's a great lap, actually. He's put it P5. So, even with a slight slide in the first bit of the lap there, not too bad for him at all. Who else is currently going on laps there are people? Maybe G. Benny's doing another one. Maybe Blackbone's doing another one. Not too sure. Wolfie definitely is not. Pablos is not. We'll go to Exotic Swords then. He obviously is second and a half up on his own time. Looked a little bit wide there, not really hitting the apex too well. 1:03.15, 3 seconds up in a minute. I mean, that's on track to put him last, but that's the problem. He's probably been warming up for this last sector as well. We'll definitely be sliding down a little bit to get that bear exit to start the lap. So let's see, where is he going to go after this last sector? Because obviously, those most strict times are representative of his quality base, but not really representative when you look at the gaps that he's ahead of his previous time by. Anyway, he's going to go across the line. But in all fairness, he's not done too well there. He's, only ahead of his teammate Hazard there, and he's on another lap at the minute. So maybe the double warm-up for Exotic hasn't worked in the way he wants. I think Blackbone's going to, he's in front of the pit lane now. I thought he might actually finish that lap then, but no, he is not. Budget Bruce, I believe he's going to come in and finish in the pit lane there. So other than that, everyone else sort of just waiting to start their laps a minute. I think we can go on board with Jeremy Sapp once again. Watch where he goes, because, 5 drivers here still yet to set laps. Rose, I think, the main one. Baloo, another one of them. But we'll watch Jeremy Sapp for now. Haven't really got too many spotlights on him recently, and that was actually very worrying with the way that that's just twitched into turn 1. I don't like that. However, he's going to keep going so far. Looks to be all okay. Pretty nice rotation to the first proper corner of this track. Turn 1 and turn 2 are completely flat. We normally don't see many overtakes there either, so I think it's doing all okay there. Looks like a decent toe, actually, from his teammate too there. Bluebird and Jeremy Sapp looking pretty nice there. I've just seen 2 messages come through. Black was saying you should practice a bit more. Mr. J-Hawes in here. Hazard and Asta gives you Season 1 memories. Well, he's currently reserve at a minute, so he's sort of hopping between all the teams. But yeah, Hazard in an Asta, J-Hawes. It's been a little while, but yeah, he's back in there. I think he's going for another lap as well, so we'll give that one a minute there. But however, we're going to keep watching Jeremy Sapp at the minute. Bit of a shame what's going to be 15 drivers, but J-Halls, mate, if you're welcome to join, I can see you online on PlayStation occasionally. I know you're definitely welcome to join in for a race or two. Come on. I know you want to go and do it sometimes. Anyway, Jeremy Sapp looks to be doing alright. Hazard a few hundredths down at the minute, but we'll actually watch the Alpine here finish his lap. Bluebird obviously with a tiny toe that he actually got given there. Don't know if it would have helped too much on the lap, but let's see if it gets him a couple hundredths up ahead of somebody else. Here we go. Jeremy Sapp to the line now. Goes P5. Maybe it could have helped there. Budget Bruce only a few hundredths away, so it could have helped. We do not know. Bluebird, his teammate, starts lap behind him. Rose is mostly done with his lap, as with Baloo. We'll see where Baloo goes here. Will he go to the top of this lap? It looks very good. He is third. It's very close, actually. Let's see what Rose does now as he comes towards the line. People probably expecting to be on pole here. Let's see what the time is. Time's going to be 25.8. He splits that really close back up there, and not by a massive margin, in all fairness, but he's pretty decent margin out there. Anyway, Hazard, half a second up at the minute. Give me some of the BRL sponsorship money to afford the seat. I believe it's to afford the seat. I wish there's sponsorship money left, mate. My controller is completely ruined now, so I can hardly race this thing properly. However, Hazard at least can race somewhat properly here in this Aston Martin. He's on P9 at the minute. But yeah, you can clearly see where some of the big gaps are in this qualifying session. Wolfie, 7 tenths ahead of Jeremy Sapp in a minute. Bit of a worry, but hopefully at least some of the pack can maybe keep up with the top 6. Anyway, though, Bluebird looks pretty on the ragged edge there, actually. 3-0 for the middle sector. I think it was kind of close to what Rosa was setting, I think, from my memory, but I don't know. Looked pretty nice, though, so I think he'll be probably around where his teammate is. If I'm going to guess, let's see where he goes. Maybe into the P6 bit as well. Not too sure. He'll be very close between him Wolfie, Pablos, and Jemmy South. Let's see it now. Coming across the line here. What is Bluebird going to do? He gets close, but he's sort of now in the mid-pack, in between no man's land, really. But, yeah, he's still doing all right there in P7. Other people doing laps still. Pablos, I think, was only 100th up on his time there. Rose going to come into the pit lane. So we'll see what Pablos does, because any real improvement he can maybe get in the last sector could be pretty vital. He's very close between him and Wolfie, and last minute there, decides to go, yep, right into the pit lane, and I don't really blame him there. I mean, it's not much of an improvement there if you're only going to go 100th up and it's 7 minutes after the session. Might as well just fuel up a little bit more and then just sort of see where you go from there. G. Benny flat out through cops with overtake on. Although, regardless, he's got basically no overtake left for the rest of the lap. But the fact he looked cool doing it is probably the thing that matters to him. Looks quite wide there, maybe just away from track limits, but 10.5 down a minute. He's getting a nice toe, but he's got no ERS left to use it on. Oh, that's a little bit close there between him and the Ferrari. He's definitely missed the apex bit. His light is flashing, and yeah, there you go. He's going to come back into the pit lane. Wasn't the Ferrari, actually. It looked like a Ferrari to me. And a Hassan, mine. Looks a bit like a Ferrari to me for some reason. Anyway, everybody else at the minute. Wolfie just starting his lap. Bluebird going to come into the pit lane. Budget Brewster coming to the pit lane. Surely. Yeah, he is. Blackburn is starting a lap. Exotic Swords on lap at the minute. Henson, I don't know what he's doing in a minute. He's down at 15th and last a minute. He definitely needs some sort of improvement at the minute. We're going to look at Blackbone. We're going to look at Exotic. We're going to look at Henson. All three of them are going to set some laps within about 10 seconds of each other, so we'll see how they all go. Exotic Swords definitely needs to pick up the pace as well, actually. Aston Martin not doing too bad in the championship. Well, the championship. I was going to say not doing too bad in the championship, but I am thinking of the wrong team. They are last with 4 points. My God, I did not mean to say that. Anyway, Exotic Swords. He's half a second up in the minute. There's a yellow flag, actually, out there. Now, Henson, I think, has had an issue. Either maybe a spin or just let it go to Frost. I'm not too sure, but he's going to need another lap soon, and he needs it pretty quickly here, because only P15 is not good enough. Exotic Swords, though, gets close to Bluebird in P7, maybe try to fill out that little gap between the pair of these guys, but right now, nothing too much going on between them. He's slotted to P8. Blackburn, though, 4/10 up. Let's see where he's going to go. Very cautious on the exit there. Where's his time going to put him? He's going to fill up that gap even more there, but we need a few people maybe to challenge Wolfie a little bit as he comes into the pit lane. He's not going to finish his lap out there, but Exotic Swords and Blackbone, they've not done too bad, actually, to get to where they are. P8 and P9. So I'm so cooked. What happened? Did you spin? That's all. I've got no idea what happened, but I'm assuming you span towards ranks of Beckett's, or you've just let go of the throttle. Not sure what's happened to you, but yeah, Ferrari are having an absolute stinker. All-time stinker here, in fact. 14th and 15th, locking out the back row so far. And keep in mind, this is a team 4th in the Constructors' Championship. It's not very good of a look, to be honest, but they'll try their best anyway, but this is very Ferrari-esque here in a minute. They've only got 4 minutes left. They have to do something decent here. Like, come on. I mean, Aston Martin, they're 12th and 8th, and they have 4 points to their name with 4 races. They are averaging a point between their drivers a race. Go on, Ferrari. Just at least do something decent. Aiden or Henson, either of you. But yeah, anyway, we'll look at, I believe, G. Benny or Blackburn. Actually, Blackburn on a lap. No, he is not. He's coming to the pit lane. Saw him pushing a lot more there. I was thinking, hold on. But we'll watch G. Benny here. He's near the end of the queue, really, to start this lap. He might be able to get 2 laps on the board, but I don't know how much fuel he has left in his car. Anyway, though, he's going to start what is most likely his last lap of the session, and the first of the last laps of the session. So let's see how this one goes. Looks pretty decent for the first turn. Definitely giving a bit of time on the table, though, I feel like. But maybe leaving time on the table is just, unfortunately, not being as quick as some of the people out in front, obviously. He's 1.7 seconds back, so I'm not expecting a pole lap, but yeah, it'd be great to see him try and push that car just a little bit more in his final lap. He's got not too much to lose here. And he is a 10.5 up right now, not looking too bad. Pretty decent gear shifts too, looking pretty nice in exit. Definitely having that traction kick in there, but that's completely fine. We do not judge people who have full traction on at all. It's a completely fine way to play the game. However, G. Benny looking pretty flat through cops. He's got a bit more battery this time. Doesn't use the overtake at cops exactly, so he's only going to try and risk anything more down this straight. But looking pretty decent here. He's actually sent a picture, I believe, where it was Stappen basically guiding him, but right now it's not really guiding him that well. He is invalidating his lap time. He needs to, don't mind the fuel lights blinking at the bottom. That tells you he's got less than a lap of fuel left, and that is the highest he'll be qualifying today. Only P13 for G Benny. Budget Russo, he'll be able to try and qualify higher a little bit here. Let's see where he goes. And right now, some people really need to get a move on, actually. I mean, yeah, we've seen quite a few people come out of the pits now, but I mean, it all needs to sort of get a little bit of a hurry up here. I mean, they need to make the flag, obviously. Some people may be kind of fine there, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But anyway, Budget Bruce, decent middle sector there. He was a few tenths up, but right now, most of that has been lost in the middle sector. He's not got too much battery to play with either now. Let's see. Slightly missing the apex of Stone 2. Let's see where Budget Bruce goes. Will it be an improvement for him? Because even a slight improvement could put him up to P10. That might just be a little bit extra for him that he might want. But that looks very bad on the line through there. Yeah, he's really not happy with himself. Bloody flying the wheel there proper. Maybe out of anger or just trying to save the car for any lap time that you can get. Anyway, though, let's see now what Aiden's doing. Looks pretty clean at the minute. 8 tenths up, actually, right now. Not looking too bad at all from Aiden. I said Ferrari needed something, and I think they're going to get something in the form of Aiden. Looks nice through the Stowe, but his car is going absolutely everywhere. This is really worrying me with the connection. However, we're still going to see how it goes here across the final few corners now. Will Aiden lift Ferrari out the depths of 14th and 15th? He will indeed. He goes 8th fastest. Lovely lap from him. As we're seeing now, more people starting to do their final laps. Hazard currently a 10th up on his time. Budget Bruce, he's going again. I believe he is actually. Budget Bruce going 2 laps in a row. Not sure that was the most ideal thing for him to do, but he's doing it anyway. Pablos also a few hundredths up there. We're going to probably watch... we'll watch Budget Bruce, see if he's improved the second sector. If he does not, then we're not going to watch him anymore. Anyway, let's see now. Budget Bruce going through the second sector. Looks a little bit nicer off board there. Let's see. Is it nicer on the times? No, he's lost too much time. He knows it. He's wiggling about there. Anyway, Hazard, a 10th up. Let's see how he's going. This will be definitely his last lap. Look a little bit wide there, actually, I think. I might have gone off the track even. But he is still on a valid lap, and that's what matters for him. Anyway, some people actually on outlaps here. Is Ball going to make the line in time? He is not. Ball is not going to make the line in time. Will G. Benny make the line in time? No, he will not. Both the McLarens have messed it up in terms of starting their lap times. I don't know what has happened. Budget Bruce only 12 fast in the end there. Hazard will be the first one to fully cross the line with their own lap, and he goes 10th fastest. Who else will come across the line there? Won't be Bald, actually. He will, but he will not do a proper lap. Aiden is not going any quicker at the minute. Who else is going? Pablos is retired in session. He's not going any quicker. Will Baloo go any quicker here? 10th and a half up. This could be enough for the front row. Let's see, because Bald, obviously, without that lap, but there is the AI McLaren in front of him. Hopefully, it doesn't block him at all. Let's see, though. What is he going to do going towards the final sector? Maybe even enough of pole. Let's see. Is there enough time to gain in that final sector for Baloo? There is. There is just enough. And he's going to be on pole position for a minute, but there is challenges behind here. Rio Harris, the first one really to strike. Exotic Swords goes into PM. We're going to see Alpi cross the line there. Jeremy Sapp goes 11th. Rio Harris, can he fight back for that pole position? He can. Only by 10th of a second, though. Rose, though, 2 tenths up once again. If he holds it together in this final sector, he is going to have it now. Let's see. Across the final few corners he goes. Will Rose have it? ERS to the line. He's going to take it. 2.5 tenths there. Rose is on pole. That was a lovely end to qualifying. Wolfie's had a ruined last lap there. Let's see now. Last one's going to come across the line here. Our Henson. Do it for every single Silverstone fan. He only goes 13th. He's not doing too great there. However, they're at least out of the depths of 14, 15 with that Ferrari team. Wolfie just having a bit of fun out there now, obviously. On an outlap, actually, as well, apparently. Having an awful time of it. I don't know if he didn't actually make the line there, but I swear he was on a lap. It might be my mistake there. But, yeah, lovely fight for pole at the end there. Unfortunately, it's given us the same result. Rose on pole by a few tenths there to Ria Harris. Baloo with a nice slap at the end. Let's go into provisional pole, but he is in P3. Board didn't make the flag, but he still is in P4. Pablos invalidated on the last lap. He's in P5. Wolvie P6 didn't make the flag. He had started that. Bluebird in P7. Best of the rest, really. A few tenths away from everybody else. Exotic P8. Black in P9. 8 and P10. Those were very close. Hanson P11. Jerry Sapp P12. Our heads on P13. Budget Bruce P14. And G Benny, I think the other person did not make the flag there. He's going to round off the field for us. And it's only 15 cars. I don't even know there's going to be rain in the race. I've got no idea whatsoever. So, yeah, let's have a look. Hunting exotic swords on 0-0 wings. I don't know if that's believable or not. Oh, it looks quite overcast. I don't know that track surface is wet or not. If we try to look at it from the pit lane, let's have a look at the tyres when it wants to pause. No rain, apparently. That is what it says. However, there was a race earlier this season. I remember it was Melbourne. Everyone was like, no rain, no rain's going to happen. However, it's looking quite overcast. It's on approximate too. It can change at any point. The strategy can change. So it says no rain, but we never know. We're just going to wait and see. But yeah, right now they're all saying no rain on the radars for them. Obviously it might change, but yeah, brilliant lap there from Rosen once again. Acknowledged by Bald as well. 0.4 is a lovely lap actually to get round Silverstone. So yeah, brilliant once again from him. Rio Harris is going to try and challenge him off the start. Same with Baloo if he can, but I don't know how well that's going to go. But yeah, once again, exotic calls apparently on 0-0 wings. I have no idea if that's true. Yeah, snow predicted on lap 67. There you go. 6-7, everybody. Thank you, Art Henson. But yeah, actually, a bit of a mix of tyres here. Interestingly enough, we've got some softs, some mediums, and some hard tyres. Yeah, interesting stuff. Let's just have to wait until we go to see everybody's final tyre selections. I don't know if yeah, most of them actually coming off the soft tyres now. G. Benny on the softs. Wolfie also trying his best to go on the soft tyres there. And here we go now to 5 lights. We'll check the tyres in a minute, because all we need to check now is how this start goes. And it was a long one, but we are underway. But Rose getting a pretty nice start there. Rhea Harris being left a little bit for dust, as we're going to see Bald rocket from P4 into P2, and then some 2 spinning V-cubs there, as it was free right into the first set. I don't know who was lost that mainly. I think it's Wolfie, and Rose just leads. Rhea Harris takes P2 back, and Bald's going to send it back up the inside here. He's going to be very close to the pair of them. Rhea Harris is just going to get better of him. He's going to be squeezing each other, and there's a bunch of yellow flags there. I don't know what is going on. Bluebird's found his way up to P4 somehow on the medium tyres, and we're going to see now Bald trying to force Rhea Harris a little bit wide there. A little bit of contact. Rhea Harris just make the corner still, though. He's going to still try to go on the inside. Even further contact between the pair of them. Rhea Harris still going forward. Even further yellow flags in the back too. I think Budget Bruce is involved in those spots there. Anyway, now, Rhea Harris and Bald. Are there going to be any moves down towards Cops? I don't believe there will be, but there will be side-by-sides. Will Pablos ahead to go for it? Pablos looks to be right ahead of him there. Let's see now. Bluebird trying to go on the inside, and Bald has to be very tight. I'm surprised they not made massive amounts of contact, but I think he's just managed to get away with it. I think that was a little bit too ambitious there from Bluebird, because he's seen Bald struggling a little bit, and he's tried to have a chance to pounce. Let's see, the exotic swords going to get straight line speed he needs. He's going to go on the inside. It's going to be close between the pair of them. Bluebird needs to lead to space, and he does lead to space. So will he go wide? He will go wide. Exotic Swords goes through. Scared off a little bit, but he's got damage, I think, Bluebird. Maybe a bit of contact there between him and Bald. He's going to have damage. I'll have a great start. Bluebird down into probably last place there. I don't know if anyone else is going to pit. Let's have a look. Budget Bruce, no. Bluebird, unfortunately for him, down into last place. Really unfortunate. He looked like a great start as well, because I think... who was it? I think there was 2 V-carbs, and I'm not sure who else there, but yeah, definitely some quite interesting stuff. Retired on lap 1, unfortunate for Bluebird. Probably not really much of a chance to get back in this race with that wing damage. Definitely unfortunate, but yeah, probably a bit of a risky move there on Bald. Anyway, Pablos and Baloo trying to make back moves again after their contact on the first lap. I'm trying to think of who was side by side with them. I believe it was Blackbone. I might be wrong, but I believe it was. Let me just double check where everybody started. No, actually, it might be Wolfie. I think it's Wolfie in the 2 V-cars. We're actually seeing a bit of a move here. Hold on a minute. Baloo and Hazard. Hazard actually up to a great start as well. Was up 5. It's now only going to be up 4. He might only be up 3 now, as he's scared a little bit off the track there by Pablos on the inside. Definitely a little bit risky for him to go for. But I think he's just going to need to leave some space there as well, Jeremy Saf. And I think he only has just. Definitely a bit rude there. But now Blackboy trying to pounce on the pair of them. Let's see. Is it going to happen between the pair of them? It is not at the minute. Jeremy Saf quite slow, actually, interestingly there. Maybe thinking that was not incredibly fair, letting Hazard by. Henson, though, fighting with Wolfie. Wolfie, unfortunately for him, having to really try and wrestle the car. That's going to be a nice move if he does that. Looks like a bit of contact, though, as Henson, I think, trying to go for a switchback. Rick VE predicts a lap 10 according to J Horse. I don't know where he is anymore, Rick VE, but I hope he's doing Was it doing interesting? But I don't know. We'll just have to. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Rick Beasley from lap 10. Anyway, yeah, right. Let's go for the position changes. So I said Ferrari were having a stinker. They both at least managed to climb some positions here. Obviously, Bald gaining off that start there, I think, doing a brilliant start actually, initially there, getting well ahead of Balu, and also Rhea Harris. Those two fought for the whole lap one, and Rhea Harris came out on top at the end. Anyway, let's go a little bit further down. Something Swords, lovely stuff from him. Obviously, a few people have gained because of the V-Carbs having a little bit of an incident, we'll put it that way. But Exotic Swords, brilliant stuff so far to hold on to P4. Aiden as well, lovely stuff gaining 5 places. Hazard, Jebby Sap 2. I think Hazard especially had a great start. Was up 5, but yeah, definitely have already been overtaken by the 2 V-Cups again and have been dropped. But he is on the hard tyres, so maybe that is going to help him out. Exotic Swords 2, on them hard tyres and running in P4. So I'd say it's a pretty damn good job from him so far as well. But right now, we're going to see maybe a few moves going on here. Blackbone, easy going to try and make a move here, put the temperature on everything else so we can see what's happening. Anyway, let's see. Jerry's at Blackbone. They're going very close together, but I think Blackbone hasn't really got the exit he needs here down to the Vale chicane. He's going to be a little bit late on the brakes, so almost onto the back of Jerry Sapp. I don't think he didn't like that one. Jerry Sapp, fortunately for him, having some pretty mediocre races so far, has to be said. Definitely a few bits of contact throughout on Hunter last time round as well. So definitely wants to try and get that one remedied a bit. And I think he's doing so so far. Not having the best qualifying, obviously, but yeah, already up 3 places. We've already said how he's had a pretty good start. He needs to really try and clear Hazard, though, on these hard tyres. He wants to go and keep going after the people out in front. Let's see. Will he be able to do it down this straight? I don't know. I think Blackburn actually is the one who's pressuring him a little bit more. Nothing really happening here towards Luffield. And then I think it's Brooklands, or is it Brooklands and Luffield? I don't know. I think it's Brooklands and Luffield. I'm going to just say it that way. If it's the wrong way, it's the wrong way. But I think it's that way. So, anyway, we're going to keep seeing now the 2 V-cars. I mean, after their first lap incident with Wolfie involved, both of them, I mean, they're all 3 wide, actually, to turn 1. That was pretty crazy stuff. None of them wanted to yield. And in the end, yeah, definitely some contact that was not very good for their race. But they're still 6-7 at the minute, and we're going to see now what else is going to go on here. Rhea Harris closing up to Rose, but Bald is closing up even further in a minute. Let's see, the 2 V-Cups going to go for a little scrap. No, they're not at the minute, but I think someone here is going to go for a scrap. Wolfie on the soft tyres, trying to go on the inside of Blackbone. They're going to try and leave space for each other, but Wolfie, a little bit of contact there on the rear end. Blackbone goes off the track. Let's see now, will Wolfie try and get anywhere ahead of Blackbone? Not at the minute. And that is an incredibly dirty Haas car there, I think. When I was looking on board of Blackburn going left on the camera angle. Right, sorry. Either one. Yeah, it looks like a very dirty Haas car already. Probably gone off once or twice in this race, which I have not seen. But, yeah, hence the minute. So sat behind right now on the hard tyres too. So compared to Wolfie's softs. So he's not on too bad a race so far, Henson. Obviously, all 3 of these guys have gained considering Bluebird's DNF. So well, to wait and see what's going to happen, though. I think what's going to happen now is a move for Blackburn on the inside of Jerry Saff. They'll have to leave the space on the inside once again. There's almost contact between the pairs. They're going to be contact on the exit. Jerry Saff tries to give as much space as he can. Blackburn uses all the track. I think it's going to be a move done for Blackburn. He's not got much battery left. Jerry Saff still trying to use it as well. He's going to go back on the inside of Cops. Is it going to be a move for Jerry Saff? It's so close. And he tries to give all the space he can. But I think Blackburn might just get ahead here. It's going to be Wolfie on the grass. That's incredibly risky. They're almost 3 wide. And Jerry Saff has been tagged round. Absolute mess for everybody there. I don't know what was going on. Jerry Saff will not be happy with that one the slightest. And I don't really blame him. That looked like an absolute mess from all 3 of those drivers there. People, unfortunately, here are not really knowing when to give up, which is quite risky in all fairness. It's not looking too good for everybody. I think Bluebird on the first lap, not having the greatest move, trying to go into Max Beck side by side. That was all great. And I think right there, Wolfie, Blackman, Jerry Saff, I think there was definitely not much giving up there either. It's a 26-lap race. We can't be fighting like it's the last lap on lap 6. It's just not going to work for you. And yeah, there you go, Jerry Saff. He's got ahead of budget Bruce at least. But yeah, 2-second gap now, and he really needs to try and make that work because his tyres are going to start going off pretty bad. And interestingly enough, actually, here, Exotic Swords, out of DRS threat from Aiden, he's been doing an incredible race so far. Definitely a contender for my driver day already, unless he really messes up. But he's done a great race so far, actually. He's on source. I want to shout him out now. Definitely my favourite for driver day so far. We're only going to say so far. So obviously anything can happen in this race. It's still incredibly overcast as well. I know once again they've said no rain, but it's really intriguing me here. I really thought it's about to be some raindrops, but I don't think there is going to be. I mean, nothing really, I think, was like the Australia race. Normally, it will say if there is rain. Even on a proxy, I think normally it will. But I think now, actually, on a minute, Balu tries to go for a move on Aiden. There's contact. Balu half spins round. I can't believe all the contact is happening. He has a Blackburn. There's going to be timeless contact there, I think, as well. Yeah, some people really need to start thinking about their moves. Balu into the pit lane after that half spin, definitely thinking there's a bit of tyre wear on that car. Wolfie also into the pit lane. I'm assuming he's also doing a two-stop race there. So Balu maybe sort of forced me into the pits there. Definitely had a bit of tyre wear with that slide down the track. Going to another set of mediums. So yeah, this is definitely a two-stop. Wolfie as well. He'll be on a two-stop here on the medium tyres. G. Benny also will be on the two-stop here. Although actually might not be. He's on a set of hard tyres, so we'll wait and see on that one. But right now, anyway, let's put the attention back to the front. We've not really seen these guys since the very first few laps. But Rose, Rio, Harris and Bald, I think this is going to be the podium that we'll expect for most of the season now. Yeah, this is looking pretty insane. But Bald right now, our DRS, he might only just get it. I don't know if he did. Let's have a look. I don't believe he has. No, he's only just. But Rio Harris, he's turning the battery here. He might think about making a move, but he's not got a great Beckett's exit. Exit. Yeah, nothing doing for him, unfortunately. Let's see, is anything else going to happen between the pair of them? We saw one V-carb clash with the Ferrari up ahead. Will it be two V-carbs? Let's see. Pavlos thinks better of it this time. He's seen his teammate have a go, and he's been spun round. I don't think he really wants to have the same thing happen to him. Let's see now anyway. Further down the field, Budget Bruce, absolute rocket ship in the back of that Williams car. He's going to sail past Jeremy Saff. Jeremy Saff also goes on the track a little bit. Might decide try and go for a move back into here, but I think he's too far back for now. It's quite leery on the rear Williams there, so maybe with the hard tyres struggling for a little bit of grip, despite the fact they've been going for 8 laps. They should be starting to go into their own, really, in terms of how good they are compared to these medium tyres. I think there's still a lack of grip out there at the minute. Pavlos finally gets past Aiden. Didn't see it, but I think Aiden probably has got a bit too wide. And oh my goodness me, both of them trying to really sort of fight it out. I don't know what the hell was going on there. But they both pass, repass, and pass again. So you're not sure what's going on there. Hazard, though, trying to break the toe a little bit on them hard tyres. He's actually been fighting pretty well as well. Having a little bit of a train now. Well, at least a little bit of a mini train here between Blackburn and our Henson, led by Hazard there. Led by Hazard. Good lord, I cannot speak today. Anyway, Rio Harris, I think they've got a much better exit this time. 30S still is in effect, but let's see. We'll be able to do anything. Rose, not taking on battery anymore, but Rio Harris, he's got the DRS. No move made. Let's see now. Will Blackburn be finally able to break this little deadlock he's got between himself and Hazard? He's taking on the battery. Hazard having a little bit of a weave there, I believe, but he's look at that. He's put on the battery fully here. He knows this is pretty much a fight position now. If he can keep him behind on these medium tyres for as long as he can, then it might help him by the end of this race. Bald as well, thinking maybe an undercut is on the cards. Even if it's only 1 lap difference in terms of his tyres, he might as well go for it. He needs to try and get back in that DRS some way, and he's going to go onto the hard tyres. We could be in a nice pocket of clean air too. The only issue is, though, is that these guys, they might not be phased by that. They might just keep the DRS for now, and actually, hold on a minute, let's just see this. Hazard was simply saving a bit of battery there. Looked like maybe Blackburn's going to be on for a move, but nothing yet. Oh, he's a bit leery there too. Our Henson now joins the fight proper. Our Henson getting leery though as well. He's going to back out the fight now. Blackburn though, DRS once again, but Hazard, look at that, rocket ship in a straight line so far. Using the battery when he has to, and it's a great bit of defensive driving so far. Goes a bit wide though. Maybe Blackburn could do something with that. He's going to follow right between the tracks of that Aston Martin. Let's see, is he going to do anything here? I don't believe he will. He's going to turn the battery though towards Cobbs. Hazard trying to save some, but then realises, hold on a minute, I don't want to move happening at Cobbs here. That will ruin everything I'm trying to do. And I think now, yeah, look, Blackbone struggling with Dirty here once again. Although I think one more thing to have a look at here is to fight for the lead. Will anybody at the top of the field box? I do not know. Bunch of Bruce also picked some penalty. Didn't really see that one. Rhea Harris, it almost looked like he tried to fake box there for Rose, but I don't think that's really going to help you out too much. The driver is in the lead and isn't really going to be too phased by fakes. Anyway, Blackbone on the inside now. Hazard. Bowman going to go side by side. Think Blackbone's just going to have it there on tyre grip. He is at Blackbone up into P6. Hazard drops down to P7. I think they're probably still going to try and fight this one, but Blackbone needs to scurry away immediately. He's a little bit wide there, but I think he'll be okay for the next lap or two. He's got roughly the same battery. Our Henson actually is one of the most battery here, so maybe there might be a little bit of tactics going on here. Try and let our Henson go for the fight instead. We don't know, but Hazard, I think, also, he's on a rocket ship in a straight line. So if he can just keep a DRS, Blackbone with a bad exit, I think it's probably Hazard's chance if he can get a decent exit. Let's see it now. Hazard on exit. It's not great, but he might try and go for it. Let's have a look. He's got the battery turned off. Blackbone might realise a little bit too late here. He's going to try and really break the toe. Hazard trying to think about it on the inside. Blackbone does miss the apex a little bit there, but he nails it on the second part of the corner. Lovely stuff from him. He's not too phased by Hazard's attempt, and I think he'll be definitely not under threat until the next DRS straight. Someone who might be under threat, though, at DRS straight is Rose. He's turned the battery. Rhea Harris too, but he's left it go again. I'm surprised about that. Like, Rhea Harris, I think probably just trying to nurse his tyres to the time where he can put on the hard tyres. I believe that time might be now. Let's see. Rose, will he go into the pit lane? He will. Yeah, Rhea Harris, not follow. So Rhea Harris, what he's trying to see if he can get maybe a little bit of an undercut going. An overcut, sorry. Because, yeah, look where Bald is. He's catching a little bit of traffic in a minute. Not too much. But obviously these guys, there's still be a little hindrance to this race. He's got the swords. Also the pit lane on the hard tyres. So, interesting enough, he does not have the tyre wear to really contend with this. Interesting stuff. Hazard as well. Into the pit lane on hard tyres. Only 9 laps on them. Interesting stuff here. So, this is telling me some people are really not that great at tyre wear, or just do not want to eke out those extra laps. And to be fair, it is hard trying to nurse tyres on this game. And yeah, I think quite a lot of people here, Ball now, the main person, getting a little bit frustrated behind these guys, has to try and get the moves done. Jerry Sub tries to fight around the outside, hasn't got really any grips to do so. He's still right on the back of him, and there we go. There's the kind of force, and right there is perfect for Ball. I'd honestly suggest him maybe even trying to keep Jeremy Saff in DRS for that one more lap. Let's see. Will Rose, when will he clear Jeremy Saff? Because it will be a definite, but when will it happen? Let's see. I think it's actually just going to be before Cops here. Look at the grip difference he has. And he's almost out of DRS here, Rose. He has to do something now with this Alpine in the way. Jeremy Saff, fortunately for him, can't really fight that one. He's not got much battery left either. And he's got so much understeer on that car. It's almost like he's got a puncture. Not sure what he actually does, to be fair. That looks very slow. No, he looks okay going through there. Rose just picks up DRS. Ball does not off the car in front of him, so he's definitely going to be under pressure. Rhea Harris has seen this now, called into the pit lane, and I think this is the very wise choice to do. He's seen that there was a bit of a hold on him. Henson actually continues to hold these guys up in a minute. Yeah, Bald will need to pass him ASAP. And yeah, Pablos, Blackbone, and Rhea Harris will into the pit lane now. Everyone other than Jeremy Saff, who I believe actually has gone to the pit lane now. Yeah, everybody's on their stop. Where is our Henson? He's going to be the de facto leader of this race, but right now it's going to be him being chased down those very fresh tyres, and our Henson will definitely need to pit again. Bald on the inside, he's going to make the move first, but he's now sort of sandwiched in the middle here between him and Rose. Let's see what's going to happen here. A little bit wide though. He's going to just be avoided here by Rose. He falls down to third, but he does need to get helping a DRS here. And Rhea Harris, I mean, he's going to have a little bit of help from our Henson, I believe. By the time he gets to the end of the lap, he'll get that DRS off that car. But I think he's pushed a little bit too much here with the tyre delta that he wants. Rose has got a really good outlap that he had in him. Bald obviously had the few laps extra compared to those guys. Pablos also gets past Aiden down near the end of the field here. Obviously, this might turn into a two-stop for some people, so they might be fighting for a little bit higher. So I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, look, Rhea Harris trying to risk it here on our Henson. Our Henson has to back out. We saw that there. I don't think that was the right move for Rhea Harris to do. Maybe it could have been, but he's not got DRS down this straight now. It's not what he wants. And right now, Rose, I think what's clear air, he was simply trying to push Bald into using some ERS. I don't think it's what Rio Harris should have done there. Yes, he would have lost a bit of time going behind there into the Max Beckers, but honestly, just putting the car in none and then just absolutely dumping the battery probably would give you a bit more of an advantage. That's all I'm going to say. However, Rio Harris, though, he has still cleared out Henson. That was his main goal, really. Blackburn has still fighting it out, actually. I don't know what is going on between these two, but they are absolutely gunning for it. Has a little bit off the track there. Blackburn goes through. So, yeah, Blackburn looks like he's got a bit more pace than those guys at the minute. Let's see, though. Will Rose try and go for a move towards Brooklands here? Let's have a look. He's on the battery. He's got less than 10%. Baldy's using it all as well. Rose can't make a move. All he's got, really, that was an advantage there, was the fact that he's burned a little bit of Ball's battery. That's all he can really do, but he's burned a lot himself. So I have to wait and see how that one goes. Baloo also trying his best to keep going forward in this race after that contact. Our Henson really struggling there on the hard tyres, but I think he knows that's going to be the game plan for him. I think he's on a one-stop. He will not bail onto that two-stop unless there is a puncture. And I think this will be the lap which really tells him if that tyre wear is going to be too high for him. Let's see now. I think he was lifting for DRS. So yeah, he's lost a lot of time. So the guys out front, he's trying looking for DRS. Baloo did not take it, which is interesting enough. There, I think Baloo should have just gone and took it. Oh, there we go. Sorry, hold on a minute. Rose's cleared Bald out in front. Bald, though, is going to probably try and make a move down into the chicane. He's not going to be able to do it. Baloo past our Henson now. Our Henson really struggling for grip out there. Will he go to the pit lane? No, he carries on. He's going to keep pushing these tyres as long as the mediums can at least half stick to the car by the end of the race. As long as he can do that, then he'll be happy. Let's see, though. Bald, will he try and think of a move down the inside here? Will he lunge it from far back? He will not. But right now, no way of fighting there. Brought Rio Harris right into it. And right now, Exotic Sword will also be brought into a turn 3 dive. He will not be. But, yeah, Henson, on those tyres, he is struggling out there. And look at the grip difference between him and Exotic. All of them in contact there, though. Henson and Exotic. Exotic trying to go around the outside. But look at that. That is just some insane difference in grip. Exotic soars by. So, Henson doing his best to hang on them hard tyres, and yeah, he'll reap the benefits with the one stop. Obviously, Silverstone with a incredibly long pit exit. Obviously, I think it's the second longest on the calendar, I believe. Might be wrong with that one. I think it's 29 seconds compared to Silverstone's 30. At least that's what I remember from real life, but that might be wrong as well. Anyway, yeah, he's trying the one stop. Don't blame people for trying, especially starting further back. But right now, Rose not in the greatest position at the minute. He has got the clear air. He's not got much battery to use, so he's trying his best to recharge it. Ball a little bit wide there, though. And actually, some people also picking up penalties, and I'm not seeing them because nothing comes up with it. Who even has the fastest lap? I don't even know, because it doesn't tell me. Penalties. Have lost 10 seconds speeding in pit lane. He is not really happy with himself. He has to lift there, actually, as well, for the... Wolfie going to pit lane. Henson as well into the pit lane. Don't see a puncture on him. So I think this was just a lap where he has to pull it. Otherwise, he's going to lose too much time. Pablos, though, is going to inherit P6 off the pair of them pitting. Henson will go on to some medium tyres, I'm assuming, but he has to nurse them ones to the end as well. And right now, boom, we need a bit of the pressure here from Rio Harris. And Rose still trying his best to regain some battery. If these guys make a move, they have to make it really now and use some battery for it. Because Bald, he realistically has to have some sort of track position for the rest of this race. He can't have his tyres just melt away behind another car. He can't do that. Like, that is the worst thing possible for his race. He has to clear Rose this lap or next lap. And I think he knows he's using a little bit of battery in places where he normally shouldn't. But that keeps him just right next to that Mercedes. He's only 4 tenths back. He needs a good exit out of this sector. I think he's got a decent one, but I don't think it's good enough. Rio Harris, I think he's got the better exit for 2. Let's see. Bald, he turns on the battery. I don't think that's a great thing to do there. Bald needs to clear him. Otherwise, to keep burning that little bits of battery that Rose saves, and it will just be equalised at the end. And now there you go. Look, Rio Harris trying to go for the move here on the inside. It's going to be close to the pair of them. Tiny bits of contact. He's just switched it back. Lovely move from Rio Harris. He can make it sick. There's contact between the pair of them again. Bald, force on the track. He's spun round. Is there damage to that car? I surely think there is. That is really unfortunate between the pair of them there. But Bald with damage now, that's going to open up the podium spot. What is going to happen? That will also be definitely contested between the pair of these lot. I don't know what is happening, but yeah, you think he's going to have to limp around now with that damage, unless he wants to pit again, or if there's a safety car, I don't know. All unfortunate for him, all that tyre saving that he was trying to do and just trying to keep it calm, it's not worked for him. And I think I would have tried overtaking Rose into that straight. There was a massive lock up there too. Awful stuff from Ball. I don't know if it was fully his fault at all. Obviously, it was a bit of contact into the last corner, and then it was also a spin in the end. Don't know what happened exactly. We'll need to watch it again. But that is Ball very much like the podium contention. He's going to have to seriously lift for cops, and he's still gone well wide. So these guys, even though they're trying a two-stop here, they're going to have the edge over Ball, unless Ball pits now and has to absolutely blitz it, because this looks not very sustainable. He's losing nearly 3 seconds a lap at the minute with the damage he's got, and he's going to be having some really old hards within this race. He's got to pit for another set of mediums, or even a set of softs at this point. Anything to get him off those hard tyres and anything to repair that wing that he's got. Let's see it. Is he going to pit lane? He will. But will he retire from the race? Because I know some people occasionally do this, where they just sort of think, that's enough, I'm not going to be on the podium, we'll retire from the race. And that's what some people do. Obviously, when they're fighting that hard for this race win and podium especially, yeah, some people are not very happy with it. But it looks like they keep going here. On to another set of mediums, and they are fresh. So that's good news for Ball. He's having to replace that window, which is a bit unfortunate for him. He's on a two-stop, but now we're going to see a bit of a charge to the field. The only thing he now needs to do is just keep it clean. As long as he doesn't let the emotions get the better of him here, he will be okay for the rest of this race. He has the pace to go and set up everybody, and everybody here is mostly on a two-stop. Actually, Baloo getting very leery in the exit. I don't know if he's got any damage. It looks like he's almost hitting the wall, and he's going to come up right into our Henson here. It's going to be very tight between the pair of them. Our Henson and Wolfie. Sorry about that. I was just having a look at these guys. I thought I was actually bored coming out then, but no, I was just too busy to talk about it and then realised, hold on a minute, that's Haas' car, not the car I was looking at. Anyway, our Henson at the minute, the two-stop people that are going right now, Baloo, he was on two-stop. He was running, I think, at P6 or P5. Baloo's clear of our Henson. Our Henson, yeah, no more stops need to be made from these guys. So maybe he has a chance of getting some of these guys at the end of the race. But I'm not thinking it's going to look likely here. Anyway, though, Pablos trying his best to go past Exotic here. Exotic just has straight line speed in a minute. Pablos, unfortunately for him, has got no battery left. But Exotic needs to start coming to the pit lane soon. He's going to have to come off the mediums again, surely. But, yeah, right now, he's just sort of just stuck right now. And Ball doing his best to push here. He knows he needs to sort of wreck these tyres now. They're going to last the laps that are left in this race. So let's just see what he does here. Our Henson, no battery left for him. He offers up pretty much no defence. Our board goes sailing on by there. Into P12. He knows there's going to be more to come though. Hazard into the pit lane as well on them medium tyres. He'll go for one more stop. And yeah, I mean, I don't think the two stops really do a play here in all honesty. I think this even risking a puncture could be better for people here. But anyway, all in a minute, Pablos gets past Exotic Swords. Yeah, obviously he's still got a 10-second penalty there, Pablos. But he might be able to actually negate some of that fact. Because Exotic Swords surely has to pit again. Obviously, on 7.5 mediums, he'll have to pit again. Hazard's done the same. Baloo also passed Chevy Sub down that pitch straight. And we're seeing Wolfie now fight Ball for basically a wooden spoon here. He's really taken wide here, Wolfie. That's pretty aggressive. All things considered, but he's still trying to fight position, I guess. But I think Ball got the overwhelming grip there. Wolfie tried his best just to try and get anything out of him. But no, Ball does reign over him in a minute, and he's now going to have to catch Jebby South as his next target. Wolfie's still really trying to fight this, though, using battery everywhere, which is a bit of an odd choice. His whole goal here really needs to be time management to the end, but look at him, he's fighting Ball tooth and nail right now, and I don't think it's really the thing to do. Yeah, Wolfie, look, it's not enough for you, mate. You pretty much wasted your battery. Quite a lot of tyre wear, too. One great thing for you to do. But right now, Pablos actually finding himself in a podium position, but then being usurped by Aiden, which is incredible, considering where he started. Aiden, I think, started, yeah, P10 on the grid. And I was slating Ferrari to qualifying, like, good lord, guys, come on, get out with P14, P15. And they're doing exactly that. This is brilliant stuff so far. Pablos, unless he's able to eke out 5 seconds between him and Aiden, I don't think there's really been too much of a worry for Aiden here. Maybe Blackbone, who is on a lap fresher tyres than him, he might be able to try and challenge for a podium, actually, Blackbone, which is, well, actually kind of crazy to me. Obviously, Bald had that contact, but yeah, Blackbone sort of come out of nowhere, I think. I haven't really seen too much of him this whole race. He's not Exorza, gets through on our Henson. The one something's just not working for him, unfortunately. He might just not have had enough pace on the laps that he was doing. Don't think he's got any front wing damage or anything either, but he's just not got any pace on their medium tyres. But yeah, I'm just finding this interesting here with Blackbone. He is gaining towards Aiden. And right now, I'm honestly thinking this could be a bit interesting with how this lays out. Exotic Source away. He was my driver today initially, but unless he makes moves like Bald's doing, maybe getting back up to P6, I'm going to say probably the minimum. Yeah, I'm going to probably have to declassify that driver today, though, at least for the commentary man up in the box, which is just my room. Anyway, right now, we're still seeing these two go all out, by the way. I mean, I'm not like trying to disregard these guys, but they've been on basically equal battery, basically equal tyres, and pretty much right next to each other, 17 seconds clear of the pack. I mean, obviously there was contact with Ball between Bria Harris as well. But yeah, these guys have been a bit of a league of their own in this race. There's been no real threat of things stopping them. And yeah, they're still going a minute. I'm actually going to watch this though, because I think Bria Harris actually might have a chance here. Rose knows he's turning on the battery. Will Bria Harris go for a move here? Will he make the... No, he won't. I was just saying, will he make the crowd happy over here, trying to find a move into Stowe? No, he is not. However, though, yeah, some people admit it, trying their best to keep going forward. The main person is Bald. He's trying to eat into the time that is currently into Bald. Bald is trying to eat into the time of Baloo out in front of him, but they're equal tyres in terms of laps on them. But yeah, definitely a difference between medium and hard tyres. Bald is doing his best to get as much in these tyres as he can. Right now, though, let's look back at Rhea Harris and Rose. Will Rose try and break the toe? Nothing really doing in a minute. Actually, I think Rose, his plan's sort of just leading the race, just keep it going. I mean, he's got the straight line speed. He's got everything he really needs. I mean, Rhea Harris got slightly higher wings. I think it's over. Unless only a few tenths away. I mean, Rhea Harris will... Yeah, he'll need, like, just some form of miracle here. He's on pretty much equal battery. He needs just a mistake from Rose or anything that could maybe help him out in that regard. I don't know what's going to happen, but he needs something right now, and he's not really getting it. And there's only 5 laps left. Rhea Harris needs something here from Rose in terms of mistake or anything. So he's just dumping the battery when he needs to, and as soon as he's just about to get below 10%, he stops it. And that is exactly what you should be doing. As soon as you get below 10%, your battery just, well, really doesn't affect your car as much on medium battery, for example. So anytime you're under 10%, your light starts blinking. So for example, right here, Blackbone, it says he's harvesting here, but if he's going to try and overtake, yeah, you can see the light in the back there, only flashing for a moment. We'll try and see if we can have the camera turn back round again, but I don't know if it's going to be doing that. But yeah, anyway, it says he's harvesting right now. But yeah, that light will continue flashing even if he's on the overtake mode, because there is just not enough straight line speed in that car whenever it's less than 10%. That is why you always try and turn your battery to none right before you hit 10%. Jeremy Sapp actually having an issue there as well. Getting passed by 2 cars here of Wolfing Exotic, the pair of them trying to fight still. Wolfing Exotic trying to find a move. Running outside, nothing really happens there. Let's see if there's any moves actually being offered up here, though, into these first few corners, because he can't actually fighting quite hard as well. I will also eventually turn my attention to Blackburn and Aiden out in front, but I don't think there'll be a move immediately made between the pair of them, so I'll just wait and then see what's going to happen here. There is a bit of defensive shape here offered up by Wolfie. Exotic Swords trying to go around the outside. It's going to be very close, and Wolfie puts him right into the track. He's got to yield at least a little bit here. Brilliant move from Exotic Swords there, using as much of the road as he could get, and just enough to also take DRS. Brilliant stuff. Wolfie don't be able to fight back into the next turn. Willie trying to go for a send. Can't quite make it on the car ahead of him. Budget Bruce at board actually still fighting as well. Surprisingly, Budget Bruce actually giving it a little bit more of a fight. But he is not going to fight one any longer there. Let's see now though. Rhea Harris and Rose starting lap 23, and the fight for the podium technically is now. And Aiden doing his best to get away from Blackbone. Blackbone going to go to the outside here. Aiden's going to try and fight hard for this. He's going to try and go late on the brakes. Blackbone is later. He is up into a net podium place right now. He's just got to not lose 2 seconds to Pablos out in front of him. There's going to be no move made for Aiden to chicane, and he's going to have to keep pushing on them tyres. But right now, though, yeah, it's looking pretty rough here for Bald. I said P6 where it could be the maximum, but that was very exotic I was saying that about. I mean, Bald has just not been able to really make it work. And if Bald can't really make it work, I don't think I'll really be able to make it work today. And yeah, unfortunately, him, he's had to do a 2-stop after all of that. Right then, though. Anyway, at least he's got the fastest lap. For, I guess, some comfort. I guess that's all I can really say about it. Unfortunate that his race ended like that. But, yeah. Something I will also say, actually, with Pavlos here. He's got 10 seconds, but he has had some incredible pace when you consider the people behind him. Obviously, some people have been fighting. Blackburn and Aiden, they've both been fighting for at least a little bit. Baloo, obviously, caught up on the first lap, but so did Pavlos in that same incident. And he's got 10 seconds short. Obviously, a mistake made in the pit lane when slowing up. But this is still an incredible race, and he still has a chance to finish on the podium positions. Incredible stuff from him. And honestly, if he finished on the podium, I'd honestly consider him for driver of the day. Because, yes, he's made a mistake, but he's outdriven it. He has well outdriven it when comparing it to everybody else. And right now, Blackbone and Aiden just don't have the battery to go do anything in a minute. Pablos, he's got at least a little bit on board his car. And yeah, as long as he can actually eke out a few seconds maybe in these last laps, maybe these guys continue fighting just a bit longer. Maybe someone gets a penalty in this little gap here. We don't know. But yeah, what has been most annoying though is the fact that nothing has come up on the header. I did not know where Pablos got a penalty. I did not know where Budget Bruce, Exotic Swords, Hazard, G Benny. I don't know when any of these guys got a penalty. I don't know when anyone was setting fastest laps. Nothing at all, which is a real shame. Like, I really would have thought it'd be something at least. But, right now, I just want to point out something. Tyre wear. Surely, for these lot up here, it's risky. It's got to be risky now. Blackburn's losing more time to Pablos out in front. He's probably got some pretty bad tyre wear. Pablos trying to push, you can see on ERSA, he's got none left. Blackburn, though, trying to harvest a little bit, obviously. Not only fighting with Aiden, but also for fighting for that podium spot once it goes to the line. But, yeah, I honestly think this tyre wear could be a massive, massive bit in this race. Look, big lock up there from Rose in the lead. We're going to side pedal to a lap with him in first place. Rhea Harris, a massive twitch there. That might cost him the win. Let's have a look. He's almost going to be out of DRS now. He knows it as well. He's trying to use all that battery that he tried saving up. It's awful for Rhea Harris there, that mistake. But that's just what's happened there. And that's going to light up his tyres just that little bit more now. Let's have to wait and see. Will there be any punctures, potentially, coming round for these last two guys up here? It's random. Once ever you hit 75%, it is random. And your highest tyre wear, it could be any of that. It could be your lowest tyre wear, technically. As long as it's over 75, anything can happen on these tyres. Just have to wait and see what happens. But, yeah. Some people, I think, Wolfie Smell, and actually as a ball, they must struggle as well. We haven't really seen anybody do that many laps on some medium tyres. Henson as well, he's probably struggling a bit out there too. Yeah, I don't know about this. Budget Bruce, I think, is actually going to be the biggest struggler here. He's not probably as good at management on his tyres compared to the guys up top, but he's doing his damn best holding these guys back. Exotic Swords trying his damn best to get by. I think he's going to get it here. I don't think there'll be any move here to start the last lap out in front. No, there won't. And Budget Bruce tries to hold on as he might. He's having a little bit of contact actually there with himself and Exotic Swords. But yeah, Exotic goes through. Wolfie also trying to go through now. I don't know what his size is looking like in terms of percent, but it's probably bad, and we're also probably seeing it now with our Henson too. He's having a bit of a moment. down the back here as we came onto him there. But yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be having some bad exits, some bad bits of grip. We don't know, but look at the wear on those tires. We quickly hide everything here. Look at the tyre wear where they go really slowly. Yeah, I don't know what the hell to think with these guys, but surely they are close to that puncture. We're going to hide everything now. This is all we've got left. The final lap of this race. Bunch of Bruce and Wolfie are fighting. We're not caring about that for a minute. We have got all eyes on this second battle. Let's have a look. ERS, pretty much the same here. Rose just needs to get those exits that he wants, and he will make it work. I think he's going to get it, though. They're trying to use much of battery down here. They're still basically equal ERS, but I don't think Rhea Harris has got this. Rose has done his damn best, and I think without any punctures now, without anything else, without a snap, without anything that could hinder his race, he has got this in the bag. Let's have a look. The exit looks nice. It looks like no punctures. Rhea Harris has pushed as much as he could, but try as he might, I don't think he's going to get it. The batteries are down to single digits, but I don't think this is going to be it. There's one more overtake opportunity, and he's going to push for Rhea Harris, but I don't think he can push quite enough. He's up the track. He can't get up down in time, and there we go. That is game over. Rose has survived the pressure from Rhea Harris, the pressure for Ball, and he's going to make it 3 in a row here in Season 13. Brilliant stuff from him. Rhea Harris is second, and the podium is undecided still. As long as Buckman doesn't make this mistake, he is going to be all okay. Pablos has got that 10-second penalty, but where will he end up? Baloo gets past Aiden. His tyres completely fell off by the end of this race. Who is going to be across the line? As long as Blackbone does not make a mistake, it is his. Pablos in P3. Blackbone, we're going to watch him now. Where will he come? It's going to be third, or is it going to be fourth? It's going to be close, but Blackbone takes the podium. His first one in a long, long while. Pablos in P4, Baloo in P5. Great recovery from them as well. Both of them have done great. Aiden in P6. Bald, he did his best after repairing his wing and everything, but he only picks up P7 in the end of things. Exotic Swords P8 on the 2-stop. Wolfie gets ahead of him. Budget Bruce does not. He actually gets passed by Jeremy Saff at the end. P10 and P11 are sorted out there. Henson into the pit lane. Probably just thinking, why not? Why not try it? Hazard's in a couple of slides. Actually, maybe ahead of it. No, actually, Henson's already finished the race. So he is all done. Hazard in 30. G. Benny with the last one. Go across the line here. Yeah, crazy stuff by the end of things. And there we go. We see the tyre fall off. G. Benny, the front left is gone on that car. Surprised we didn't see anybody else, to be honest. Henson, I believe there's no puncture on that car. I just wanted to see before these guys come in. There's a puncture on Wolfie's car, so he actually had a puncture at the very end. I didn't see it, but yeah, he got a puncture in P8. I don't believe anybody else did, but congratulations to the top three. Rose, the man always up there. Rhea Harris, also a person always up there. And Blackbone, plus 80% front left. That's what he told me. But incredible result for him on the podium. Incredible stuff from him. And yeah, I think I actually agree with Rhea Harris. He says worst ever game for league racing. It's hard when you're in dirty air to even try and make moves. And I think that's pretty much what we saw there. As long as you made the right calls or when you use the RS, it's tough to overtake, especially in that lead pack. And I don't think Rhea Harris is particularly happy. And I don't blame him. He could have had a chance to win today, but alas, he is not going to be able to. Jump there goes to Blackbone. And I honestly think that's fair. It's very close between Patlo and Pablos, to be honest. Aiden as well, actually, on the 1-stop, just being beat out by Baloo on the 2. Actually, the highest placed 2-stopper there. However, we're going to throw that our way for a second. We're going to run through the grid. Rose in P1, Rhea Harris P2. Blackman finishes off our podium. Quite a ways back, though. Pablos in P4, Baloo P5, Aiden P6, Ball P7, who takes the fastest lap as well. Wolfie P8 with that puncture at the end. Exotic Source P9, Jerry Saff rounds out our top 10. Bodgy Bruce in P11, our Henson P12. Hasn't even team. G. Benny rounds out our point scorers, also a puncture, and Bluebird, the only DNF we had in this race, on lap 1 after retiring in the pit lane. Now, next race, if dirty air was not a factor enough, we're going to the Hungaroring next round. I don't know how I'm going to really feel about that one. This might be a bit of a snooze fest. However, it's got to be done. We've got to have some versatility. Versatility? I think that's the word. Versatility in all the track selections. And for a few people, it's a home race. We see it right there. Blackbone, Wolfie, both of them have it as a home race. I believe G. Benny also does as well. So let's see how they go. Quite a few people had a decent home race out front too. Obviously, Rhea Harris, the main one there, P2 at the end of it. But we're going to have to wait and see for that next round. We'll have a quick double check of the results here, which I hope was saved. I believe everyone is mostly correct on that. Yeah, everybody that is good with that is all correct. Right then, let's give a quick rundown of the standings here. Rose, unsurprisingly, continues to lead in P1 at the driver's standings. Rhea Harris should further back, but he's still P2 in the driver's standings. Blackbone moves up to P3 with that podium, though. Wolfie down to P4. Pablos up 3 places to P5. Baloo up 3 places to P6. Lovely stuff from Noah Henson falls to P7. Aiden Harrison up P4 to go into up P4, up 4 places, go to P8. Even without a podium, he's not done too bad so far. And Kodoy, without him being here, drops 3. As with Bald, unfortunately, not a great result for him, but he is still on 21 points. Team standings, though, this is what's interesting. Racing Bulls, no podiums, top of the constructors. Incredible stuff. Pavlos was close today, but he didn't get it. But consistency right now is really helping this team. 83 points compared to Sauber on 81 and Mercedes on 80. There are 3 points in it in the top 3 of the constructors. Brilliant stuff. We love that out here. Ferrari and Red Bull, 4 and 5 with 55 52 points. Red Bull with that podium this weekend, this race getting even closer to Ferrari. So maybe they'll get used to the next race. We don't know. Has to stand 1 position there after Wolfie not having a great race overall. McLaren at least got 1 place ahead of Williams at P7 to P8 there. Williams unfortunately falling to that P8 spot. Alpine at P9, Aston Martin. Unfortunately for them, they tried their best with 2-step strategy, but they are still in P10. I think that's all we really need to run through. Congrats to Rose, congrats to Pavlos, congrats to Pavlos? Yeah, Pavlos as well, actually. I'll give congrats to Pavlos. He was definitely a very good driver there too. But yeah, congrats to Rhea Harris was the first I wanted to say there. Congrats to Blackbone too on his first podium in a while. And I think now it's time to say goodbye. So I've been Mr. Cookie. This has been BRL Season 13, Round 3 at Silverstone. And I will see you next week. Goodbye.